Hey guys, it's Indi, and today I'm going to be doing a quick review of the third and final loaner deck, Machina Activation, from the X0 Festival in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Before we do that, if you enjoy the video or find it helpful, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you haven't seen my previous reviews on this set of loaner decks, please be sure to check them out as well. Anyways, on to the review. First, let's read the deck description. A Machina-focused deck that uses high-level machine-type monsters. Prepare yourself for the powerful monsters you will summon with Machina redeployment, such as Machina Air Raider, that can be special summoned by discarding a Machina monster from your hand, or Machina Citadel, that can be special summoned from your graveyard when a face-up machine-type earth monster on the field is destroyed in battle or by an effect. When the level of the machine-type monsters in your graveyard totals 12 or more, a new trump card, Machina Ruin Force, can rise from the graveyard. Experience the extraordinary power of the Machina Armored Unit. As the description says, this deck is built around the Machina Archetype, and as such, its primary goal is to get various machine-type monsters into the graveyard in order to summon massive Machina boss monsters. Unfortunately, Konami pulled a Konami and piled it high with 2 of each card rather than letting us have a 3 of each good card. But it's a loaner deck, so what did we expect? But speaking of good cards, let's go ahead and take a look at the key cards. The first key cards are the Searchers, which are Machina Gear Frame, which can add a Machina monster to your hand when normal summoned, Machina Unclasp Bar, which is a pseudo searcher because it sends a card to the graveyard and combos well with Gear Frame, Machina Air Raider, which is another pseudo searcher because it special summons 1 Machina monster from your deck on your opponent's turn, Machina Metal Cruncher for its ability to let your opponent choose from 3 cards what to add to your hand, but Konami didn't give any 3 of monsters, so cry about it. Next we have the spell Machina Redeployment, which is our only 3 of card in the deck and is probably our strongest. And finally we have Unauthorized Reactivation and to a lesser extent Machina Overdrive, which are both basically pseudo searchers, but Unauthorized Reactivation is more of a protection card. Next we have the removal, and boy there is a lot. Possessed Storage can return an opponent's spell trap to the hand, Fortress can destroy a card on the field, and if it's targeted it can discard 1 card from your opponent's hand, Machina Citadel, which can target 1 machine monster you control and destroy it, plus all of the monsters on your opponent's side of the field with equal or lesser attack, and then all the staples Raigeki, Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, and Twin Twisters. For negation other than the staples that I'm not going to mention, this deck has 1 card, which is Ruin Force, which only activates during the battle phase, so it's basically useless. But this deck has a fair amount of protection, which are Unauthorized Boot Up Device and Gear Frame, who are equipped cards, Machina Defense Perimeter, which protects level 6 and lower cards from attacks and targeting, and finally we have Unauthorized Reactivation to a certain extent. Finally, we have the boss monsters, which are Machina Citadel, which is a mass monster destruction card, and it floats back to the hand if an earth machine type monster is destroyed while this card is in the graveyard. And then we have Machina Ruin Force, which is basically a 4600 attack beat stick who can OTK your opponent if you go second and have limiter removal. And it also recurs the material used for it when it is destroyed. Overall, this is a strong deck, but is limited by the fact that it can brick pretty easily. Fortunately, if you don't brick, you'll have a really big boss monster on the field that can beat over anything, and can have protection via equip cards. But unfortunately, this deck really loses to kaijus, so please be aware of that. If I had to give this deck a rating, it would be a 6 out of 10 because although it has a lot of floating cards, strong boss monsters, and decent protection, it's actually a bit difficult to get those cards onto the field in 1 turn. Other than that, it's a pretty fun deck. Anyways, that was my review for the third and final loaner deck from the X0 event. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can fuel my ego, and maybe be notified of my streams or uploads. Speaking of streams, I'm going to try to get one done on the 23rd of July, which is my birthday, so please show up. Also, if you want to give me a shovel to dig my Yu-Gi-Oh addiction even deeper, please feel free to donate at the link in the description down below, and look forward to an early Power of the Elements box opening on the 30th or 31st. Thank you for watching, and take care.